You don't have to hide.
No, I'm
Hello,
just
everybody. We're here. We're back. And what? I'm busy.
Good night.
Tell them.
Good night.
Okay.
Good night, sweet pie.
Okay, Bridget, done to you. Kaya lang hindi ko.
Good night, sweet pie.
So, if Darren, if you can maybe get it out to share and a few others, and
You got it.
whatever you guys can do to help out.
Excellent. How's the weather down there in North Carolina?
Well, don't tell everybody where I live.
Oh no, it's kind of in your name.
So it got about 66 today.
Wow,
Okay, no problem.
that's nice. Here it's -2 degrees Celsius or 30 degrees.
Yeah, I found out somebody was live today walking outside in Dildo, I think it was, and they said it was snowing.
Snowing free yesterday morning. Flurries.
Thank you.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it was scary. That's it. That's it.
This is like my third live stream at 9 o'clock, and I haven't done 3, but it's just like, why the hell? How did I schedule 3 of them?
Got overly excited.
Well, that's not what happens. I don't download my floppy every time I do 3 of them. I want to upload it, but
I don't think you've ever had 2 or 3 live streams at the same time.
I don't see Selexia, but everybody else sees her. She needs to go on the other name.
Mega love shout out to Alexia.
Dami agad-agad. Oy,
Marianne, Pamela, Letty doing a raid. That's pretty nice.
Tam Lab.
Retirement, mega love shout out.
Mamma Mia.
3 S's in the house. Glenda,
Pesos. For love.
Selexia, Sean, Letty. Wow. You guys are all awesome. Awesome.
If anybody can get Vinco and Sean BS.
Sean trucking with BS. So trucking. You got some nice good weather going on there. Here I'm waiting for spring to hit.
Sorry?
I'm waiting for spring to hit.
Sorry?
Yeah, that's right.
Go to your I'm sure.
So Darren, are you getting everybody?
Yeah. Sharing it out. That's nice. Let's see. Shane, mega love shout out. Sean, 3S. Manolin, Letty, you guys are awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Don't forget to
I
smash.
can have like 4 more people up here if you guys want to join us.
And that would thank you for smashing the like button.
No singing and no dropping drawers.
Sure, it's okay.
Okay na. Ibalik naman kung pagkaagutoy dyan.
That's funny.
Yan naman po kung game na.
So what'd you do today, my friend?
Mamma Mia. Yan naman po kung game na.
I just stayed inside today. I chewed on some wheat.
Ooh, nice.
Played the banjo on my porch.
Nobody is rich over here. So
You should do something with you playing the banjo. I haven't seen you playing the banjo. I haven't seen you playing the banjo. There's Celexia, Filipino girl. Eileen Cruz, mega love shout out. BG here, module time with my kid. Oh, very good.
O, di ba, Mama Mia? Ang saya.
Mega love shout out, Filipino girl. And 3S. 3S is always awesome.
Hindi ko alam kung ako lang.
And thanks for the raid, everybody else from Letty. That's cool. That is cool.
Si MD. MD.
Damn it.
Ay, nako. Si MD ba? Wala akong nakita sa kanya. Ang tawag nito. Gusto lang yung nakita ko. Wala ka pang ano lang ga? Wala ka pa... Ito ba niyo eh?
I'm here, Archie.
Archie!
Archie.
All right. Amy's in the house. Charmaine.
Archie!
Archie. It's Archie.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh,
Edith,
boy.
stifle yourself.
Oh, Archie, you're always like that.
8:45.
Well, that was classic. Classic.
Dito sa akin, 8:45 ka.
Oh,
Edith,
boy.
you want to go to a restaurant?
Pagkat ko muna
Oh,
sa...
Archie, that sounds wonderful.
It's Archie. It's Archie. I don't know what made me think about that, but that
Funny.
used to be such a funny show.
Oh,
And-
yeah.
Yeah. And of course, you couldn't help but love Edith for, and she called him Watchy. It wasn't Archie, it was Watchy.
Oh, Archie!
That R was pronounced like a W. And then, of course, there was the old meathead.
Oh, funny.
Oh, boy. Anyway.
Bruce
Well, I
said
hope
I
y'all
was
are
happy
doing
today. I
all right.
wanted to get all fun and games.
Oh. Actually, I didn't get much
for
sleep
yourself,
last
Edith.
night. Oh. I was about to go to sleep, and somebody sends me a link to come to their live stream. And I'm like,
Who
and they
could that
wanted me
be?
to come up on the panel and sing.
Yeah.
This girl that lives in Tennessee, her name's Shimmer. Shimmer
Oh, yeah.
Soul is her name.
Hi, Minnie,
And
Letty, Marga, and Dior.
I went and, I hung out with her for a little while. But I had to go, though, because I told her, I said, man, I'm about to fall asleep up here. So I didn't get a whole lot of sleep last night. And then I started to take a nap this afternoon. I could never go to sleep. I'm guessing because I'd drank too much coffee.
You can never
Cheers, my-
drink too
Cheers,
much
my
coffee.
friends. Cheers, my friends. Not a diet. Bruce is like, oh my. Oh boy.
What are
Hey,
you-
Brother Sean,
What are you swigging now, Josh? What are you swigging?
let's
Mountain Dew me.
Wow. Lucky you.
I ain't so lucky.
Oh, Archie, that looks good.
it's Watchy. It's Watchy.
Hey, Darren. Hey, Darren. Darren. I don't know if you remember this, but shit, this was like 3.5, 4 years ago. I was on Sunshine Shoulders channel in his live stream and on his panel, and he'd been living in the Philippines for 6-7 years.
All right.
And I warned him about the economics of this whole thing. Well, it's starting to happen. He came home. He came home a week ago. He doesn't like it. Yeah, that's why I told everybody, like J. Mike, leave yourself a note so you can get back home.
Yeah. His wife will take care of him, though. He's fine.
I don't even know if he brought his wife with him.
Wow.
I don't know. All I know is he lost his veterans retirement, his VA and all that, and he lost his SSI and Medicaid and Medicare.
How did he lose all that?
What's been going on in the news for the past 3-4 weeks explains it all.
Wow.
There's proof right there. He had to come home. He does not like it. And I was right. I told him, told all them guys, even J. Mike, leave yourself an out so you can get back home.
Wow. Crazy.
So you may have a pension, but all pensions are tied to the stock market. And talk to the people that worked at Enron back in the day, 2008 with Kenneth Lay, where they lost their pensions after working there for 30 to 40 to 50 years.
That's scary.
That's nice. Kenneth Lay got off easy because he died, and old W was lucky he didn't have to pardon him, because that was going to look up politically ugly for him. But that's why he contributed heavily to W's election, because that was the deal. I'm hoping you get elected and you're going to pardon my ass when the shit goes down. Well, he didn't have to, because Kenneth Lay passed away.
Goodbye.
Yeah, it's simple logic.
Wow.
But of course, the news is not going to tell you that.
All right. Wow. Wow.
Bruce, look what I wrote in the chat.
Yeah, I saw it.
Okay, there you go.
But that's just the start, Darren. There's probably going to be more end up having to come home.
Yeah.
Because they can't work over there.
Yeah.
And if they lose their pension and lose their Social Security, whoopsie.
How are they going to get home?
That's why I say leave enough to where you can get a plane ticket and get out of there and get back home. You'll have to live with one of your kids or something, family, to get back on your feet. I'm sure that some of these guys, like J. Mike, is not going to be willing to want to be a Walmart greeter at Walmart, but that's about all there is.
No,
his
wife will take care of him.
You got 3 million people that hit the unemployment line 3 weeks ago. And now we're going to, in a month and a half, we're going to have all these college graduates looking for work. That's not there. They're going to get all these degrees to be a barista at Starbucks. If you have a BA, you have to have a BA to work at Starbucks to make coffee. Can you believe that?
I did not know that.
Yep. If you don't have a BA, they throw your application in the trash.
Wow.
And I have one. I said, I wouldn't work for you motherfuckers.
Can you guys send Vinko the link? He's asking for it. He wants to come up. So Sean, how you been?
Oh, I've been all right. Just doing my best. Because a lot of drivers have gone in the hole and a lot of them left the industry. Freight is starting to slow down big time.
Really?
Yes. I mean, I've been seeing it, but I've sort of been getting lucky, I guess.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
It's gonna get bad if something doesn't, something doesn't change. It's gonna get bad.
Yeah, I'm just
I don't
curious.
know. I gotta wonder what they were thinking. Really.
Well, I'm just wondering how much longer are Americans going to accept it and tolerate it. I've been accepting it and tolerating it for since the late 70s.
Hello, guys.
Hey,
Darren, brother Sean.
how you doing,
Hello.
brother Vinko? What happened to your
Hey,
image?
Rico.
Your images.
No,
Yeah,
this is
if you-
my old channel.
I can't even hear you.
Yeah, Vinko is my number one candidate that will tell you if we don't change direction, what we're bound for, because it happened to his country. And I hate to bring that up because Vinko here lived through a lot of shit when he was younger.
Yeah, sure did.
And that's I try to tread lightly around Binko. Being bombed every fucking day. How many years? 4 or 5?
Five.
Yeah, being bombed and shelled every day. Shit.
Yep.
I would not like
Zinko,
that.
you're kind of low volume there. I can't hear you.
Oh, wait.
Yugoslavia was a beautiful country. Sarajevo had the Olympics. It was beautiful. And then now look at it today. It's still beautiful, but not like what it once was. They were just like we were.
Well,
The Serbs hated the Croats and the Hungarians and the Croatians, like Vinko hated everybody. I like making that joke.
and all it was is for this case greed. All comes down to greed.
Yeah.
Well, one of the things I've heard latest is that King Charles has extended an invitation to President or to the U.S. government to
That's
join
true.
the British Commonwealth.
That's true.
Yes. They can do that. They've probably been doing it for years. It's just they.
And well, Trump's saying yes, that he would do that.
Oh,
that would take direct democracy. Everybody would have to vote on that.
Yeah, probably so. But he says
Something that big.
Yeah, that's pretty big. That's pretty big.
But we're more powerful than the British.
That's for sure.
We
Well,
have the most powerful military, but
yeah,
doesn't
that's
stop us
true.
from getting our ass kicked in Vietnam.
But I mean, really, when you think about it, the U.S. along with the U.K., all the British Commonwealth countries, Canada, Australia, New Zealand,
Yeah, but a lot of those are independent countries now. They
We're all
were a part of the
brothers.
British Empire.
we're all brothers. I mean,
Oh, that's true. But
yeah,
we killed
literally,
each other
we
in the
are.
last century.
Well,
In the
yeah,
19th
sometimes
century, we
brothers
killed
do.
each other.
Sometimes brothers do fight. I mean, hey, we had
Yeah.
a civil war here in the U.S.
Yeah, the last time we were killing the British was in 1812.
Yeah. Oh, it's happened. But hopefully
like
it won't ever come to that, ever
Bruce,
again.
but when all this shit started going down about Canada, the first thing I did, that Darren did a live stream that night, I said, Darren, watch the movie Canadian Bacon and then get back to me. That came out in 1995. Michael Moore directed it, and I even sent him a message, and he responded. I said,
Ooh,
when you did this, did you consider that this would actually become a reality? And he very rarely uses profanity. He put "fuck no." But Canadian Bacon says a lot. What's going on today? And that came out in 1995.
Yeah.
And then John Candy is Sheriff Bud Boomer from Buffalo County, New York.
wow.
Yeah,
I believe it was the actor that played Hawkeye on MASH that played the president in that movie. At least I think that was Hawkeye.
I've read some stuff too.
I'm back.
was very interesting concerning the U.S. and Canada. I mean, the U.S. and the U.K. and all the British Commonwealth countries.
There's a lot of whack jobs that want to
Very
go. I'm like,
interesting. Very,
well, if you don't like those people, you get a tin hat and a rifle, and you can go and fight them. You'll be the only one out there, just like Bud Boomer and Canadian Bacon. That goddamn sheriff, Bud Boomer, he's the guy responsible for the blackout. And here's Rip Torn as General Panzer. He was like, Boomer? Oh, sir, that's bullshit. That's some sort of Canadian trick. Blame us, get world sympathy, and make it impossible for our night attack bombers to locate their cities and destroy their inhabitants. God, sir, that's the oldest trick in the book. And they look at each other like he's crazy. That's why I call him General Panzer.
Funny. That is funny.
And then there's the South Park movie also. Blame Canada. Blame. I like the generals out there, and Chef had to enlist along with everybody else. And he goes, "You darkies are going to be called Operation Human Shield." And Chef was like, "Wait a minute, did you ever hear the Emancipation Proclamation?" And the general goes, "No, I don't listen to hip hop." It was hilarious.
Hello,
They got all these
children.
Hey, Chef.
got all these people strapped to tanks and planes and everything. All these black people, you know. Your Operation Human Shield. I mean, that's how ridiculous this is. But there's some people think it's.
I'm going home.
Do you guys? I'm going home.
That's right, Kenny.
Screw you guys.
Yeah, motherfucker. Deport me to Canada. I'll take that free health care. Fuck it. Instead of going in debt and claiming bankruptcy. Yeah, hell with that.
Yeah, find lots of work up here. Lots of work up here.
Especially in Dillon.
Well, a lot of the countries know that. A lot of the province that they know me from driving a truck.
Yep.
Because I've been to Yellowknife, been up to Alaska once, had to go through Canada.
You've been to Yellowknife?
Yeah, that was during the summer though.
Wow. Cuts like a knife.
You're literally like you're at the edge of the world there. Yeah, that's when I went to go met up with Canadian Radler. He lives in Delta now, but he's the one that lost his house because the permafrost due to global warming took his house.
Oh boy.
Yeah, that's when he showed me. He goes, "Yeah, I don't talk about it because no one's going to believe me." He goes, "Yeah, the shit's real. Out there's supposed to be plates of ice, and there was all water."
Wow. Wow. That's scary. That is scary.
And he lost his house because the permafrost was melting over the years. It's like a cliff, a 200-foot cliff, and it just kept falling. Finally, he took his house, and he moved to Delta.
That's the same thing in England too. The cliffs eventually slowly give out, bit by bit. That's how it's going.
Yeah, and our scientists found a lot of things in the permafrost have been frozen for centuries. Enough that has like 50 genes in it. Normally, everything has 2 or 3. These have 50. They found some nasty shit in that permafrost that'll kill humanity.
Wow.
That's why, yeah, it needs our attention.
Wow.
Behemoth.
Oh yeah.
Special. No, alam ko yan.
Shit.
Shit. Damn.
But we Americans, we don't listen to scientists. They're full of shit. They're full of shit. Even today, Einstein that helped create the atom bomb. Oh, he's full of shit.
Behemoth.
Pagpapalipad eh siya. Utusan mo ng lipad.
Oh, boy.
That's why he tried to avoid people. He didn't go out in public because he couldn't tolerate the stupidity of people.
Yeah. That happens.
Oh, agad-agad. Salamat
Minko gets
po.
it. He's like, I hear you.
It's a beautiful day.
Bruce, how you been?
Well, I've been all right. Doing okay.
That's good, Hachi.
How about yourself?
Minko, Bruce gets on here and starts doing,
Hachi.
you know, and
Watchy.
Hachi.
It's watchy.
stifle yourself, Edith. We're supposed to be incognitus.
Anyway, Darren, Canadian Rattler brought me there and showed it to me because he says, you're the only one that seems to want to listen. So I'm showing it to you. And that's why when I went back and told everybody.
Wow.
Behemoth.
Wow.
But we Americans are real good at that. We could tell you so much about a country and we've never been there before. And when someone tries to rebut
That's
what you're
weird.
saying, they've been to that country multiple times. But and yet I'm the fucking idiot, and they know what they're talking about. But they've never been outside the country. Bigfoot.
Yeah, welcome. Welcome to the bureaucracy.
Yeah, just like Canada, they got so much to say about it. Have you ever left Canada? No, I haven't even left the state I live in. Well, what are you basing your analysis on? Just because they told me.
Hindi natin.
That's a huge bitch.
Start na kayo.
Uh,
Pagalitan na tayo. Tapos may nalit tayo.
Okay.
Mabagal kasi yung kamay ko. Kaya hindi makapanalo sa diskutan. Dutlutan na nga lang, hindi pa rin makapanalo. Mama Mia, saan ka naman? Nanalo ako kahapon kay
I can't quite tell. Is that Tagalog?
Dahil kami lang,
it is.
yung una-una Mama Mia ha, wala si Porlab.
It is.
I'll be right back.
Magdutlutan na talaga. Hindi pa talaga siya hindi pa talaga siya nagdutlut.
Minko can't
Mga
control
huling-huli na dumating ang hulukoy niya.
The drugs are
Sabi
bad.
ko, ikaw ha,
I know I have a good sense of humor, but I don't get it.
hindi yan.
From South Park.
Did you ever, Sean? Did you ever watch Deuce Bigelow movies?
Yes.
That's where we're getting it from.
That's a huge
Deuce
bitch.
Big- Deuce Bigelow, male gigolo.
Yeah, huge
Yeah.
bitch.
Sabi naman kasi ako kasi usually pag
In the background of a lot of Rob Schneider's movies, you hear that's a huge bitch because they're fat people or tall people.
Yeah.
Tapos especially kung mga voice ang mga
And this is actually what's in the movie.
That's a huge bitch.
Guys, support upcoming. Okidoki. You are, Alan Pinsan. 9 o'clock. Malapit ka na. Darren, maraming salamat, Darren. Si Darren and Adoration Balila, they're
So Vinko, I have that as my ringtone. My mom hates it with a passion. Even though she's seen the movie and knows where it's from, she thinks it's rude when it goes off if somebody's calling me. And I don't really care.
Hindi pala si ano.
My God, imagine you're in church and
Oh my goodness, I would have been thrown out. Go home, fucker.
Hindi pala si Bading, si Alan Pinsan pala. Putupipay pala yun.
Well, it's not any better than somebody farting very loud, not saying anything but laughing, especially on a pew.
Yeah, but if somebody farts on here, how are you going to know who it was?
Blame it on Sean. Rip shorts.
drop your shorts.
Check your shorts. My wife always says that. Check your pants.
You know, in Canadian Bacon, the guys from America are watching hockey, and there's like, this beer sucks. And
Kamali
there's
ako
like,
ng post.
get him!
That was John Candy.
Get him!
Oh my God.
This beer sucks.
This beer sucks. Huh? Get him! You're gonna insult our Canadian beer. Get him!
Hoy, Bato Kat, salamat
Oh,
po.
my God.
Thank you everyone landing sa pagsugod.
Yeah, John Candy movies are awesome.
You miss everything.
Uncle Buck is
You miss
my
everything.
favorite.
Oh, mine also.
Oh, that's funny. Uncle Buck.
Oh yeah, amazing.
I like how he
movie.
tells the clown guy, he's like, get back in your mouth and get the hell out of here. He's like, what are you trying to pull? You know, whatever. And he's like, you fool.
You know who
What
I
are,
am?
what are you, Henry VIII? Come on. What are you, Mother Teresa?
Class.
No, he said, your mother can breathe. You never touch the stuff. He was drunk. He came from a bachelorette party.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And
I
then
came
we
from
get
an all-night bachelorette party. Get back in your mouse and drive away. Listen, you full-fledged sack of, you know, and he bumps him in the nose. He's like, you know. What, have you been drinking? You know, you don't need to be around a bunch of kids drinking.
Okay.
I like when he tried to use the urinal at the little kids' school. He had a problem because he was so tall and big. He had a problem using the little boys' room at the school. He had to kneel.
Yeah,
Oh,
there was
yeah.
because there was a meeting set up by the parents, but they had to go to Indianapolis. And so he had to step in and there was a meeting with the principal about his youngest niece.
Yeah. Take this
And-
quarter.
He sits down. Right before he sits down, he shakes her hand. He goes, "I'm Buck Melanoma, Maisie Russell's ward."
Not her wart. Not her wart. I'm the tumor, the growth. I'm a melanoma. Melanoma head's coming.
Jeez.
Old Uncle Wart. Buck Russell. Macy's Uncle's Wart, something like that.
Yeah, you know the bowling alley they were at was behind my. You go through the alley into the street, and that's where it's at, behind my dad's house
But I
in
have
Cicero.
another.
Your dad lives in Chicago?
I'm sorry,
Your dad lives in Chicago?
he did.
Oh.
Well, that was in Chicago. That was a suburb of Chicago called Cicero.
Mm-hmm.
Right, there's a laundromat right next door. We did laundry there once.
Another taps over here. So this is only my.
He's cooking our garbage. Do we have an uncle? Unfortunately.
The sign's still there, but the bowling alley shut down like 20 years ago.
Wow.
I like how that guy named Pal, he comes up and tries to hit on the niece.
Yeah.
He's like, you know, I got a nice shiny red Bronco outside. I'm gonna go for a ride. And then here comes John Candy say, "You got a gang going somewhere else, pal? Buck, beat it."
You're not gonna get any strikes sitting there.
No, I have a nice hatchet in my car. I'll go get it.
Oh, that was Bug, that
Yeah.
teenage prick.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like, what is his? What is that? His first name? What's his last? Spray.
But no, I liked it when he teed off and hit him in the head, and he
Yeah.
drops
yeah.
he
Oh,
talks
yeah.
shit, and he drops another ball ready to tee off again.
Yeah. When he's in the trunk, he's like, you know, I would really like for you to say you're sorry to my niece. And he's like, okay, I'm sorry. Okay, asshole, I'm sorry. And then he's like, I think maybe you should say that again, or something like that. And he pulls him out. He's like, okay, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that. I just, you know, he was trying to kiss ass. Well, then he drops the golf ball and tees off. Yeah. He's like, you chicken shit. And then he's like, he knocks him out with the golf ball. He's like, oh, fuck. Shit. I like how his car backfires, and he just knows when it's going to happen.
Now, the woman that lived across the street, Marcy,
Marcy.
Yeah.
that same actress played as Roseanne Barr's sister
Yeah.
as the cop in the show. Okay, I was making sure that was the same actress.
Yeah. My name is Marcy. I live across the street. And I was just wondering if you wanted to go with me to have something to drink or whatever. And he's like, oh, I've really got a lot to do here.
Yeah, that's a woman that needed to get laid really bad.
Oh yeah.
And the dog comes up and licks her ass because she's trying to figure out what's going on in the laundry room. She's like, ah! And then John says something to he's like, he's trying to put the load in the laundry and the washer. He's like, what do I got to talk dirty to you?
Yeah, he
I'll
couldn't
put my
get
load in
the
you,
door to.
whether you like it or not.
Yeah, he couldn't get the door to the washing machine open. Is the
Oh
problem?
yeah. Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
The washer's broken, so I wanted to wash the clothes in the
Hindi
sink.
sila pakisabi doon.
You should see the toast. I couldn't even get it through the door.
I like that he's telling his girlfriend because she's a manager of or owner of that mechanic shop. And he goes, "By the way, I told you I did love you, honey, and it wasn't for new tires. It were shocks. Remember?"
And I like how he said something about naming her down there area with a cat name.
Already that one.
Well, the dimples on her backside, her lower backside. You go. It was called. I know Johnson was one of them. I can't remember the other one.
Lyndon.
No, it was something else.
It was Lyndon and Johnson.
I don't think so. I think it was something else. I know Johnson was one of them.
Johnson.
Yes, Minko. We all know where your mind is. Let it go. Calm down.
Oh my god.
That was a Beavis and Butthead reference. Johnson.
No, I don't have rain, but it was snowing when I.
Yeah, her name was Shanice Kolobowatsky. That's Polish, if I know.
Kobolowski.
Yeah. Yeah. It is.
Oh, it was. The one on the right was called Lyndon, and the one on the left was called Johnson.
Fair. I just hit the window.
I like when they're getting ready to go to the bowling alley, and the oldest niece was sitting in the window waiting for everybody, and the little one comes over to her and says, "We're all going bowling." "I'm not going bowling with you." Well, it's rarely impossible to get pregnant while doing it. "You're disgusting. They have rent-a-shoes. I'd rather rent a foot disease." We've done the battle of the wills. The deck is stacked in my favor.
But it's snowing. So, but snowing, but in the morning, it's only negative 6. So,
You know
not
that house
cold,
till
but it's
this
still
day
windy, but
still
not that
stands, the
much.
one that he went to babysit at?
Thank you, thank you. And
Yeah,
then
that's
we
in
have
Hensdale.
premiere today.
You've seen it?
Yeah,
I want to go see it.
Anything?
yeah. Outside of Hensdale is where Cameron's house from
Ferris Bueller?
Ferris Bueller. Yeah.
Yeah. I heard some billionaire turn that into a house.
Well, it was a house. He may have
I'd say,
refurbished it.
Yeah, the bank had it and then somebody bought it or something. I don't know.
That's nice.
It's all a glass house. It's a real thing.
That's cool.
Where did you get
Where the
those?
Ferrari sat.
Where did you get?
And he actually had, the guy that owns it now actually has a car inside that house. Not a garage, but he had a car in it with furniture like living room stuff and table, kitchen. He had a lot of stuff built. And he has an old 30s or 40s car inside that house.
Video.
Oh, there's Roxanne. Everybody say hey to Roxanne.
Roxanne.
Hey, Roxanne.
Roxanne.
I remember when it's you remember the
Yeah, if you notice, a lot of the John Hughes movies had Macaulay and John Candy in them. So I noticed they worked a lot together.
what was that? Remix thingy before when it was getting viral.
Roxanne, Sweet
One of
Buns
your
is sleeping
videos,
now.
I took also one of your videos, but
Sorry?
yours is almost 1 million views, but mine.
Oh man, George Foreman died.
Yeah.
Really?
That's really
Yesterday.
So that's
Wow.
really,
Hey, Darren, brother.
okay.
Hey.
That's why the logo did not
Wow, that was late.
like demonetize me because
No, we are watching the same live stream.
nilalangaw.
Oh.
Okay, thank you for maybe I'm just colorblind, you know.
Wow, I didn't know that. The actor that played Clemenza in The Godfather was paid more than Al Pacino was.
Wow.
Unbelievable.
What's next?
So,
9 o'clock. I have
everybody
already
read what
told
Roxanne said.
Vanilla. 3 of them also. Oh my God, 3 also. And LG is the next one. Very okay, good. Very good because I have
Yeah,
my list
yeah.
over here. Okie dokie. Okay, done. LG the red. Can we also watch this one? This is very old. Really? That's great. Because you're just going around your neighborhood or what?
Roxanne, I'm connected with you.
Roxanne.
He said, thank you, cuz. I don't know what he's going to say. Oh, bless you. Thanks.
Since MBTV,
I live in Ohio.
Listen to me, cuz.
Already springtime.
I'm gonna smash your face in.
This beer sucks.
Also,
Get
I like
him.
almost flowers, you know. But I don't know. It's just I think it's when I'm walking and then you know kids are coming already and because of their poo and you know their poo is so
Get
big.
him.
Oh, by the way, I found out a lot more about Robin Williams.
But the thing is,
He didn't want to do it, but he did it anyway. I can't remember why, but
you can see a lot of
there was a lot of negotiating going on. It didn't have to do anything with money. It's just Robin didn't want to work for Disney for some reason. But he went ahead and did the role. And I think the movie was just under 2 hours.
Balabla muna tayo kay Battle Cup.
Which
But
one
they
was it?
Aladdin.
No, ang
He
next
played
is
the genie, the voice of the genie. They recorded over 50 hours of Robin Williams doing that character.
Wow.
Really?
That's a lot.
So that's
They
Well, they
just-
said he could do like
Let
over
them
1,000 voices or so.
They just let him go and just said, just keep recording. By the time they were done with the movie, he had recorded 50 hours on dialect of that character alone. That's insane. A lot of movies, Robin Williams would go by the script, but then sometimes he would say, let's do this again. He'd go off script and it was better. And a lot of times they went with what Robin said, you know, when he ad-libbed it, than going by script.
Mama Claude, salamat ha.
There's a really good blooper reel that he did on Mrs. Doubtfire at the end of the movie. There's a blooper that he's just like talking to himself in every different scene that they were doing, like, you know, the outtakes and talking with the children before they start shooting and after. It
I'm
was
also
just
a
cool.
retired career paramedic, 35 years. What?
In drag. How much for the
I'm
two-headed
just
one?
wondering here, everything that, like, what is the reason? Because
Oh, yes, dear.
if,
How
like,
much is
something,
for the
like, for
two-headed
example,
one?
something like someone calls from home, like,
Do you have three-headed?
like attack or
Oh, no,
anything.
dear. I just
So
want
it's
two.
always the podcast will.
Three is a crowd. Get out of here.
Get
I
'em.
don't know the reason, and I'm just wondering, and what is the reason
This one doesn't fit,
behind
dear.
that?
What?
Why? We are not calling for fire. We're just calling
You
for
tried it on before. I
help
knew,
you,
dear,
know?
but let's just
For
move
example,
on.
What? A new Cadillac? Forget
heart
about it.
attack thingy, and then we're calling all the time. The one who will come is the fire truck. Before that and after that, the fire.
Bingo, you should be with me at
drive-throughs.
drive-thrus at restaurants. I do a great impression of Mrs. Doubtfire. I don't try to get anything free. I just do it, and people just, it makes their day.
Bugtong. Okay, puntahan natin si LG.
Darren says, I can't wait to do that.
Hey, Louisa.
You're welcome.
Papa Louisa again.
Darren,
What's that?
I haven't seen.
the other day, my mother, I called her and she said, Josh, do the Mrs. Doubtfire thing for your aunt. I was like, Mom, you put me on the spot. And I did it, and they could not stop laughing. My cousins loved it. Everybody said, oh, yeah, voiceover. Yep.
That's you, my friend. That is yours. That is. Do you do other one people or no?
Bobcat Goldthwait, but it's too loud.
Oh,
Hey, Darren,
yeah.
did you realize that if the Pilgrims had been chasing bobcats instead of turkeys, we'd be eating pussy on Thanksgiving?
Here we go.
Here we go again.
All right, then, let's hit it.
Hit it.
Oh, and if you can see the handwriting on the wall, you're on a toilet.
Oh, yeah.
I'm up for good times.
Paano nga ito, magkasya?
At least I know how to take care of a man.
Pwede ba yun, Mama Mia?
Oh, walk away.
Oops. I did it again.
It's like that time I met that Asian Santa at the mall.
Puntahan na natin. Paano nga ba natin ito gagawin?
Giggles.
Oh my God! I remember one. Give me $5. Me love you a long time.
Anuhin ko na lang.
How much for $5? Anything you like. Anything? Anything. Me so horny.
Me love you a long time.
Me sake. What?
For $5.
What?
Ang huli ka na ba
John,
mamaya?
that was Full Metal Jacket. You remember that
Yeah.
one?
Yeah. It's a classic, my God. Kung Fu.
Ay, wala. Wala naman huoy na.
I like how E.R. Emery said,
Ay,
"Do you
ay.
suck dicks? Are you a Peter Puffer?" "No, sir. You sound like royalty. Do you suck dicks?" "Only steers and queers come
Ay,
from
nako,
Texas. And we
mga
don't
people.
like one of those."
Nagsabay-sabay.
Oh my
Wala na, hindi talaga kasya kahit anong gawin sa earth.
John says, "I'm lost."
So, sorry talaga, guys. Naadyo isa nga, dili makasakay ron.
Always please give me a panty.
What the hell?
Sorry po, may isa nga hindi makasakay.
Sorry, I don't wear those.
Iwan sa bag. Darian, thank you so much.
Oh my God.
Give me panty. What does that mean?
Si Simple Jing is, ano? Ikaw na rin ba si Simple Jing?
Man, this chat took a different turn.
Delia, mega love shout out. Louisa,
Oh my
mega
God.
love shout out.
Give me panty.
Give me panty. What does that mean? Come on. Explain yourself.
Oh, meron hindi makasakay niya. Oh, puntahan natin. Sino
I don't have one store in my pockets.
Dave, mega love shout out.
Oh my God.
You want panty? Take yours off.
Si Elgina, oy.
Here you go. Here's a long one. Okay.
You're killing
Who's
me.
Dave?
Dave School.
I got a long joke for you guys. Okay, it's a story. A dad and a son in the a dad had a son in the Navy,
You said
and he
it.
always got
I'm
and
listening.
he always got a letter about every other month, and they were usually in great detail. One month he got an unusually short letter, and it said nothing more than, "Dad, can't tell you where I'm at, but I shot a polar bear today." Well, 2 months later, he got another short letter that said, "Dad, can't tell you where I'm at. I danced all night with a hula girl." 2 months later, the next one rolled in, and it was too short, and it simply said, "Dad, can't tell you where I'm at, but the doctor said I should have danced with the polar bear and shot the hula girl."
That's crazy.
Panty.
Will you stop? I know. Now I know what she means. She actually explained it. I want to be a moderator. You should have just said that instead of underwear.
One time I hear like, "Oh, you have a towel," and I was like, "What? I'm not naked."
No way.
Otto.
No, not a moderator. I'll give it panties.
All right, Darren, drop
What
it.
size?
I'm
that's
sure the
Speedo.
boys don't mind me donating the panties.
Panties.
Why are they so thin and see-through?
Oh my God.
It's for comfort.
It's for licking.
It's for comfort. Sorry, host, just joking. Oh, see, I told you don't need a moderator. She needs panties.
This is how you ask her.
Whoa.
Oh my God.
Panties. Are you kidding?
I want some panties.
What size?
Oh shit, man! Don't get me
She's
started
small.
on
She's
that.
petite. Louisa's petite.
Me and my best friend went out and bought the biggest bloomers you could find. It took us, we drove almost all over South Carolina to look for these damn things, and we found the biggest pair we could find because we were graduating high school, and me and Troy climbed up to the top of the light fixture in the football stadium and hung them up there. And boy, they were waving just like a big flag. But it was the other guys on the football team to steal the Bilo cow off the store and put it on top of the gymnasium. That was they were having a ball trying to get that damn cow up there, but they got it. See, Bilo is a grocery store in the South, and they used to have a big fiberglass cow. It looked real up on top of the store. Well, we stole it. And it ended up on our gymnasium at our high school.
That's funny.
Okay, no problem.
Do you know how much it costs to get that cow down and back on top of the Bilo store? Oh, we still heard about it because we got a nice, lovely call from Musgrave, the principal. He said, "Did you milk the cow before you got it down?" Oh, that was bad. But everybody was wondering who the hell got those bloomers and who got them up there.
Oh, I'd be curious too.
And it was until years later I ran into Mr. Musgrave, the principal. He's retired now. I said, Mr. Musgrave, to tell you the truth, it was me and Troy Cleveland that got those bloomers. We drove for a whole weekend. We drove around South Carolina to find them. He goes, "Where did you find a pair of bloomers that big?" I said, "It was in North Charleston, South Carolina, at a dollar store."
Oh, that's funny.
And it was by some miracle we were in there because
Okay, tapos, kasunod.
Troy liked chocolate covered graham crackers from the dollar store, and that's why we stopped in there.
Sisi Marie.
Wow.
I'm serious, man. These things were fucking huge. I mean, that's an understatement. They were at least 6 foot wide. Let's put it that way.
Wow. How'd you find it?
You couldn't miss them. Those bloomers flapping in the wind like a flag up on top of the light fixture.
Well, how the heck did you find it? So that's what I want to know.
One of the students said, "Man, it took a lot of ass to fill them."
Huge.
Oh.
Okay.
Mom, it's
I'm back.
Dory. Okay, dokie. Sino pa? Okay, support na.
Ah, what did I miss?
Sino na? Right ko naman. Nandito pa ko kay Alice. Ay, pa pala ako
What's so funny?
you know the police academy, the Mr. Sweet Chuck. This is not Le Mans.
This is not Le Mans.
Wala akong jacket sa premiere.
Nice bike.
Baka hindi ka nakita. Kasi wala akong jacket dito. Magdutas ka na ulit.
I never took the Le Mans courses. I took the Le Mans when having a baby.
Ooh.
Yeah, 5 of them.
4.
I was just giving you one to grow on.
Well, probably end up being that because every time I screw a woman, they get pregnant, and it's like, this is bullshit.
I said, "Sean, you owe me money. Fuck you."
Child support.
I'm gonna get you.
This beer sucks.
I'm gonna take you out. Did you ever offend our Canadian beer? Did you hear me?
So, Vinko, there's a part in Police Academy where Bobcat scares Sweet Chuck at the ATM,
Oh yeah, I know.
and the ATM starts to say, "Hello, hello." You know, like as soon as Sweet Chuck rolls up to it, he tries to put his card in. He gets the cash, and here comes Bobcat.
$8. Business is slow. Get a new business or move out of the neighborhood.
Lagi na ako may comment sa kanya. Pero, hindi ako
Oh, Jesus Christ. I will get a heart attack.
So maybe before,
Yeah, I like how Mahoney and him were fighting, him and Bobcat, and they were in the tunnel where his cave was.
Oh, yeah.
And Mahoney was like telling Mauser something, and then Bobcat says, "Yeah, because now like, where are you from?" And Mahoney was like, "Shut up," and then they slapped the handcuffs on him, and then he ends up being a nice guy in part 3. Bobcat ends up joining the police force. He's like, and then Callahan, the blonde chick with the big boobs, she told Sweet Chuck, "I have to room with him. He's one of ours." Yeah, I'm like, I'm a people guy,
While they're doing those exercises with the tear gas, he's like, "Oh, this is awesome! I will go back."
And I like in part 4 where Bobcat and Sweet Chuck come up to that fat black guy and David Spade and everybody, the skaters, and they're sitting in the tree. And the black guy, Tad Thacker, his name is House. He was sitting in the tree, relaxing, not doing anything, and he was supposed to be exercising with the crew, and they were all relaxing in the tree. And the House says, "Come on, dudes, we're just relaxing." And Bobcat comes up to them and says, "You just setting a bad example." And he yells at them and says, "Move it!"
Yama 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 yama.
Yama, 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 yama. No, man, I'm hungry. And that's going to make that guy come alive? No, man, I'm hungry. Get out of my way!
Did you grab my ass?
Yeah, see, Vinko, that's what we do in our country. Our police force do. Whenever they get something new, they test it on the officers. Like they test out the tasers on each other.
Dewey, did you grab
What
my
for?
ass?
When they get a new type of caliber weapon, what do? Shoot the other officer with it to test it out?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if that's a smart idea.
Vinko.
What the hell?
Vinko,
Yeah.
did you grab my ass? Did you say that?
Yeah. Did you grab my ass?
That was off Night at the Roxbury.
Yeah.
I love that movie.
Yeah, me also.
Yeah, maybe they should start doing that again, Darren. They get a new caliber weapon, they just shoot each other with it, test it out.
Yeah.
That's good.
Why not? Let's go crazy. Let's kill each
Well,
other.
they do it with the tasers and billy clubs and shit. I'd be like, look, I'm here for a job. I'm not going to get shot by a taser, just like some sort of fucking initiation or something. I ain't doing it.
Yeah.
No? Do you want me to?
Anong hindi niya nabasa? Yeah, true. Hindi nga nabasa. Tika lang.
You complete me.
Yeah, that's why I told the girl, you had me at hello, but lost me when you kept talking.
You had me at hello.
Magbangon siya. Okay? Ako naman kasi hindi ako, I don't care na.
What's that guy's name that they were so interested in with the yellow car? Johnny Depp? Not Johnny Depp, the other guy. The guy with the yellow car that they were so...
Greco. Yeah.
What's his name? Donnie?
Yeah, I think. Yeah. I know his last name is Greco. Yeah.
Greco, yeah. Richard Greco. Richard Greco.
I want to be him, definitely.
Reminds me of that song somebody sang, Rico Suave. But I like I like Weird Al's version of it. It's called Taco Grande. Later.
That's funny.
Who's fat?
Yeah, Taco Tuesday.
Taco Grande.
Do you want some tacos?
Sure, are they on corn tortillas? You betcha they're on corn tortillas.
How much are they?
$6.40.
Oh, that's too expensive for me.
Darren said, sorry?
Three.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Roxanne's in the chat. This one went weird. What did I get myself into? Damn.
Can never get too weird.
Yeah, you know, Darren, what we need to do to our government officials that started all this shit
There you go.
is do what they did in Porky's 2 to the Klan. That towards the end of the movie, that's what we need to do.
Oh yeah.
Gumamit ka na, ano, bagalan mo na. What's the point of having empty?
I agree. I agree.
Get there.
I like that. It was the preacher that was the Reverend Bubba Flavor. She was like, bubble flavor? Bubba Flavor.
John, you remember back to school, right?
Yeah.
Okay, remember when the girl that he was interested in came up to the spa, the hot tub, and he's like, meet my niece, Bubbles, you know, when he was throwing a party. And she was
Hey,
like,
we need more bubbles. Get over here.
Bubbles, come here. She walks up to him, Thornton Mellon, how dare you? I'm ashamed of you. Diane, this is my niece, Bubbles.
Wally Sparks was my favorite movie. He was talking to this young girl. She goes, well, maybe we ought to get together, fully your career. She goes, I don't believe in casual sex. He goes, fine, I'll keep my tie on.
Oh, that's funny.
Keep my tie on. That's good.
I like how Rodney told in an interview, he's like, yeah, my doctor said if my heart was too healthy for sex, he says, not if I joined in.
Oh, jeez.
Dr. Vinny Boombutts. You know who my doctor is, Dr. Vinny Boombutts.
Yeah, he grabbed my knee and said, cough, and then hit me in the balls with a hammer.
I like how he said his photographer used to be a proctologist. He tells me to bend over and say cheese. He told me to bend over and say cheese. And then he said something about a brown necktie, and I forgot how the joke went. But something like that.
I went to the bartender and asked him for a drink. He said, what do you want? I said, surprise me. He showed me a naked picture of my wife.
I love that. Look at the picture of my wife. My God. And he was like, where did you get that? What do you think?
Man, in my neighborhood, my neighborhood thought I was so ugly. The kids used to give me candy.
I got a song for you guys that you probably enjoy, and it's real funny. It's called Dear Penthouse. It was
There
from
you
the
go.
Bob and Tom, and all the DJs from the radio station they got these characters that they created, and they brought each one of them had something in the song, a story they shared about Dear Penthouse, and one of them was a roommate of my brother's at Indiana University, and he did a lot of characters, and one of them was in St. Anne from England, and he had a great accent. And during the song "Dear Penthouse," he goes, "This is in St. Anne. Yeah, I've been a rock and roll roadie since 1966. I got naked Polaroids of lots of famous chicks. Yes, I got Joan Jett, Janice, and Grace. Hey, there's Stevie Nicks sitting on me face. And for a price, I'll sell them all. Even this one of a big blurry ass. Yeah, it's a wide angle. It's a wide angle shot from behind of Mama Cass."
Ugh. Barf. I heard she was fat or something.
Yeah.
The chorus of the song goes, "I've read every issue since 1974. The first 2 years behind the bathroom door. I tore through every penthouse I could find, even though my mom said I'd go blind."
You'll go blind with that. You know that?
Well, that's what I say to a Filipina. I mean, they when they don't understand what you're saying, they say, "I got a nosebleed." I said, "What do I do when I look at a Filipina? I'm going blind."
That one kind of lost me when that girl over here in the chat said, "Give me panty." I'm still lost on that. I was like, I never heard it reference that.
Give me that.
Oh, she's good. She's amazing. She's a good singer. She's a good friend of mine, so it's good.
I think it was hilarious. It kind of took me off guard there, but
Louisa, she's
I was like, please show them. I don't care.
What? Kasi naka-program na.
Panties.
Meron nagbibigay may last
Give me those
natin siya.
panties.
Hindi pwede gamit.
Minko's going to keep saying it all night.
Minsan,
Panties.
kaya sa net, kahit mabilis, kung mas
We had a joke, Sean, we had a joke store up in Illinois where I used to live, and they had an adult section side, and they had edible undies.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Paano ang diskarte mo? Ay, hindi
Yeah.
yan sabi. Tapos yan na, tama, LJ. Ako, nagtalo. Pag na...
I mean, if they're fruit roll-up type things or those,
Sana malit din yung
you know, whatever, that's fine, but don't make a guy wear them. Fuck.
Kaya, pero ano, alam
What do you
ko,
need?
lahat
One
naman
chocolate
natin.
panties.
Lahat naman tayo walang ano.
What kind of panties? Yeah.
Hindi naman pwedeng fair lahat tayo last chapter. Kung sino talaga yung magmalas, talaga, alam niya magkukuha
Oh
ka sa
my
intermediate kasi siya ay, anong the point of having last chapter is but then, as I said, I appreciate your love kasi kahit na gumagamit siya whatever kasi sabi naman niya is hindi siya gumagamit ng but sometimes it's obvious naman kung talagang last chapter
Can't hear anybody. What?
Hindi last chapter na nagalan daw niya. Kaya para naman manalo.
So, Sean, where are you now?
Kahit naman
I'm
manalo
in
mo lahat
Springfield,
yan,
Ohio.
Meron talagang tao na kagaya ko, isa lang ang mananalo, lalo na kung pareho ang account.
Weren't you going home for a few days or something?
Yeah, I already left.
Short for different, it's different people.
Oh, you already did that.
Different accounts.
Yeah.
Okay.
But, kung namang
Hello, Binko, you doing all right?
Yep.
I really enjoy getting on here with you guys, especially Binko. He just laughs all the time.
Yeah. My God.
Everything's funny.
Kasi nandiyan talaga si Udag. Hindi naman yung katulad.
Darren laughs at everything too. Titties, what? 30?
Dito lang po, Ma'am Angel. Kamay lang, pinupundot ko lang na magbilis.
I think it's hilarious when Darren says, "Sorry."
Do you watch guys Key and Peele? My God,
Grabe pala
that's
yung
so
kamay mo.
crazy.
No?
For some reason, I don't find them funny.
Oh yeah, for me
Meron
they
din
are.
ganyan eh.
My God.
Ganyan din noon. Sino nga ba yun?
I used to laugh
hindi
like
na-
crazy.
Pumunta din siya sa Manila, pero gano'n din siya. Gano'n din, po lang na. Isang pindot ko lang, halimbawa ako, isang pindot ko, nakasunod na itong 20.
So Darren, are you listening to that
Paano bang
other person
parang
talk?
may sense of siya,
I'm
na pag
listening.
nagalaw ang computer niya,
How can you understand it? I mean, all I heard was Salamat finger.
lalabas yung pangko niya.
Oh no, that's my second language.
Oh, finger.
That's my second language.
Tagalog.
It's tongue actually.
Tongue.
Yeah.
All right, let's hit it.
Women respond to the tongue.
I'm
Oh,
sure,
yeah.
especially
they
one that
love,
I know.
they love the the long tongue.
Kaya kung ayaw naman, ayaw ito.
Especially when you're eating salami.
Tanggapin yung
Whoops.
Yes.
Hindi tayo
Oops, here we go.
Pagka na-scatter, why not pupunan?
R-rated.
May mamili siya in the middle. Yung na-scatter in the middle. Effort, dali di. Effort.
Importante.
Yan ay why question. Yeah, true.
I really think she said one of us was fat.
O, tingnan mo nga si Paul kagabi. Nandun kami dalawa kay Darren. Oh, kung nabutok.
Darren knows why I do that. He's like, I love that.
Natalo siya yung gig short.
Sorry?
Short pala. Grabe ang kamay ko. Anong oras ba yun? Ganito na yung oras dito. Buti na lang, galing kami sa sa time. Galing
Bruce still here?
Covenant Collection. For
Oh, no, he's
Covenant
muted.
Collection, ang ibinigay sa amin ng pagkain eh, isang sandwich lang yung gano'n.
Bruce, you there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Oh, you're just listening?
He's disgusted.
Bruce, are you disgusted?
No.
No.
I was just taking a shot. Figured. I think curiosity kept him here, though. You know.
Malapit lang yung bahay na doon sa pinunuhan namin.
So, Vinko, are your movies like in a foreign language there, or have you seen them in American?
May isda ako doon. Alam niya na
Yeah, but for American movies, I don't need subtleties or something like that because I already understand the language. But for Korean and Turkish and other movies, I need subtleties. So yeah.
Crab.
So, American movies you understand?
Yeah, perfectly.
Are they also in your language too?
Kamay lang, okay.
Yeah. We have like plenty of movies in our language also, but I don't know. They're not for foreign audience. They're not that interesting.
And see, I hate for the Asian movies and stuff, like the Japanese and Chinese.
Can you imagine?
The tracking always seems to be off when they're trying to say something in
Oh,
an
yeah.
American type movie.
Oh yeah.
It kind of loses me, and it's like, man, come on, I don't know these languages. Let's just turn it off.
Nagtatago ka lang pala.
Unless somebody said you're fat, and I heard that.
Grabe, nagtatago lang. Ay.
But I don't understand foreign languages. I always tell our foreign people, I was like, I don't know penis language, so you got to do it in English if you can.
Alam mo kung anong binigay niya sa akin?
And Darren says, Pinas.
Doon niya inilagay ko yung taking short.
Your pee-pee.
Tapos, wala namang $1 sa super thanks.
Pee-pee. Yeah.
Tingling.
And every time I said penis language, Darren says, Pinas.
It's Panas.
Oops.
Yeah, right.
Sorry?
Panas.
I know one scene from the Beverly Hills Cop. That's my backyard, bitch.
Which one was that?
I think it is the second part. Yeah.
Beverly Hills Cop 2?
Yeah. That's my wife card, bitch.
Bitch. Yeah. What do you mean? Like if I had $200 in this hand? Oh, yank my arm. Why don't you?
I'm paying you.
I'm paying you. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh man, I don't know if I should share.
Go ahead. It's already ruined anyway.
Okay, it's pretty nasty.
Ringo, close your ears.
Okay. 2 firemen were butt fucking in a smoke-filled room.
Here we go.
The chief walks up and goes, "What the hell's going on here?" One of them says, "Sir, this man has smoke inhalation." He said, "Well, give him mouth to mouth." He goes, "I know. How do you think this shit got started?"
I'll get your fire hose out. What? Sean says, "Excuse me."
Pardonnez-moi, mon chéri.
That was from Home Alone, right?
Yeah, from Home Alone. Serves you right. Let's go.
Serves you right.
I think she likes me.
We're called the Wet Bandits.
We're the Sticky Bandits.
Sticky Bandits. Come on, Marv. Let's go.
Marv, what are you doing? Marv.
Harry, don't move. Marv?
Did I get him?
Did I get him? Did I get him?
How do you like it, you jerk?
Come on, let's go. Oh, he tightened his ass when he had the spider on him. That's my wife's favorite part, when Marv yells when he gets the spider on him.
Oh yeah, me also. It is so funny.
I like how he gets electrocuted in part 2 downstairs in the basement. And then you see him turn into a skeleton. Harry, I reached the top.
What a hole.
Wow, what a hole. It's okay, Harry. I'll get him. Marv. Ding. That's 3. How they got hit with the paint cans and then the big bar. They rolled down the flight of stairs. Ding. And then Marv gets hit with the tool chest. It comes back on him. Down the staircase. He's like, "That's the sound of a tool chest rolling down the stairs." Well, I think I lost everybody.
Still here.
Oh, sorry? Okay. It got quiet. So, Vinko, I wanted to let you know, when I was in LA, I actually got to step foot at the actual Beverly Hills Cop Police Department, where they arrested him in the first one for being thrown out of a fucking window.
Wow.
Literally, I said, I've got to do this little photo op right here, and I hopped out of the car and I walked up the steps where Eddie stepped on, and I about knew where he stood, and it was just a great thing. It got me moist, though. The whole trip got me moist. I didn't even want to leave. Darren says, "Man, that moist. I don't know what's wrong with him."
Moist is good.
Hope so. Bingo says, "What does that mean?"
No entiendes.
Walang last chatter si
No entiendes.
ah,
No entiendes, way.
si Luto. Mama Mia, si Luto ba? Walang last chatter?
Hablo in
Last
English?
chatter pa man din ako.
Habla inglés?
Hindi ko nakikinig sa ano. Gulay. Hindi ko lang. Luto.
So how many languages do you know, Vinko?
Many of them, actually.
Like 5?
Yeah, including from all Yugoslavia, which is like 12 countries, actually.
Mm.
Yeah. I learned a lot, you know.
You speak really good English, though. I applaud
Yeah.
you.
Since I was 6, actually.
Wow.
And when I was in school, I was the one who was teaching English to a teacher.
And you were 6?
No, when I was in 6th grade. She didn't know like grammar or past tense, future tense, nothing.
Yeah.
I don't know how is she a teacher. I don't understand. But who knows?
Yeah, but hey, Darren,
Yeah.
one of the best places that had the most comedy that I could come up with that happened is when I worked for the Kroger company. Now I see
Really?
funny things out here at the truck stops, but no, it doesn't compare to working at a grocery store. I'll tell you that much, man. Damn. I'll never forget it. There's this lady, they had me run a register at the time because they were lacking help and the lines were getting long.
Okay.
Here comes this middle-aged woman, unloading her stuff, and in this bag she had 2 potatoes in the bag, all the produce in the bag. And this one woman, old lady next to her, goes, "Oh my God!" And she looks at her like, "What?" "Those look just like my husband's balls." She was like, "What, are they that big?" She goes, "No, they're that dirty."
Oh, that's funny. That's funny. Oh, jeez. That's funny.
Oh my
Darren, Vinko, read what I said.
being here. This is awesome. Thank you.
Ooh.
You're welcome.
Oh, yeah, we had this one meat clerk that was kind of boisterous when you aggravate him, and he'll say just about anything, right? But he's a brilliant meat cutter. Luckily, there was no management around. They called him up front because there was this god-awful smell, and everybody claimed it was this meat that he just cut that was in the package, right?
Uh-huh.
And people were like, she turned around, she goes, "Smell this." I said, "I don't smell anything." And his name was Barry Dillahunt, and he comes up. He's meat man. He's a cutter, and he smells the meat, and he goes, "No." He goes, "Man, there is some bitch on the rag around here." He goes, "That's not my meat." He said it out loud in front of everybody because I'm like, that's what it kind of smelled like. So, some woman was menstruating, was nasty at. He goes, "No, some bitch around here's on the rag."
Oh my God.
He was right in front of the customers. Who cares? I died laughing, but I bent over behind the counter so nobody could see me laughing. Oh, one of the weirdest things I saw working at a grocery store was a 72-year-old man wearing a Santa Claus hat, an pink old grandma sweater with a tutu and some leggings and some platform shoes.
Behemoth.
Now, I
Malayo pa man ang-
told my wife at the time that I saw this. She goes, the guy is mental. He needs to get into an institution somewhere. When somebody dresses in multicolors and weirdness like that, they got a mental problem.
Dami ng panalo niyan sa
Vinka, read what I said.
You wanna make
Sean, did you say it?
I can't read anything you type in the chat. That's why you have to send me the link. And you can't see anything I type. God damn it.
Don't touch it.
I want this place disinfected. Drained and disinfected.
You see that, Darren?
What? Let's see. I can't see nothing. Where'd you
In the
send it?
chat? In the chat.
Me neither. I don't see anything.
I don't
Neither do
see
I.
anything.
Maybe you sent in the private chat. Let me check there. No,
No.
nothing there either.
It's in the regular chat in Josh's live stream.
Nope, nothing there.
Don't see
Can't
it.
see it.
Oh, I
See,
see.
now, well, Josh
it.
can see it.
No.
I see it in YouTube. Yeah.
Oh, that's why. So I'm not in YouTube, so I can't see it.
Yeah.
I'm in.
You guys get a room, all right?
It's always been that way. Josh could never see my chat. I can't see what he types in the chat.
I want a key, please.
Here we go. Different references to being blue. Just say it.
Oh, okay.
You don't have to say key or panties. Just say you want to have a jacket.
A wrench.
You imagine I go to the other live stream and I was like, give me some panties.
Seriously,
like
we
the
know it's not
panties.
from one of us.
I like the panties. That's good.
Darren says, sorry? Sure.
Not when she goes live. Throw me your panties.
Darren says, my mouth's open.
Are these edibles?
What is it, stripper club? Bubbles.
See, Jarvin, a key. There you go. Key.
What does he mean by key?
I'm assuming it's the wrench.
Yeah.
I thought he wanted Darren's key to his heart.
Nag-live siya ngayon. So you can go there and drop your... Doon ka maningil.
Sorry?
Maningil pa more. Doon ka maningil, hoy. Sir Alan, thanks po. Then,
It's always $6.40.
Sir Alan, thanks po. Sir.
Excuse me, what?
Excuse me, what? Kiss my what?
Wala, pag sure ba? Pag sure. Okay.
Thank
Hey.
you. Kiss my what?
Hey, check this out. I got a song for you to listen to, but I'm gonna acapella it because I'm not on my laptop. Okay, check this out. And I played this on my 40th birthday, and everybody died laughing. Okay,
Who's the stir-fried shrimp from out of town?
it's by John Fox. It goes, "I'm fat, I'm 40, and I don't get no booty. The ones I want, I can't get. The ones I get, I don't want, 'cause I'm fat, I'm 40, and I don't get no booty. Oh, I can still get the girls. They just don't look as good. I go to a party to look for someone limping. It's easy to cut them from the herd. Hey, where's Nancy? I don't know. Here's her walker. The last time I got a piece of ass was when my finger broke through the toilet paper. And you don't want seconds on that. I'm fat and I'm 40. And I don't get no booty. The ones I want, I can't get. The ones I get, I don't want, 'cause I'm fat, I'm 40. And I don't get no booty. You know you're getting old when you have dry dreams and wet farts. I used to date an inflatable doll, but she hung herself. I used to date a midget. I was nuts over her. She's dead now too. We were playing ping pong and she ran off the table. I used to date a homeless girl. That was pretty cool. You could drop her off anywhere. Date's over. Get out. See you on the park on Sunday. She smelled like bologna. And then he sings the chorus again. He goes, I'm dating a fat girl now. How fat was she? Smell my elbow. I was like, damn.
Thank you, Jarvin.
Oh, about the inflatable doll. It goes, but she hung herself. She goes, you never take me anywhere. And I said, well, you never shut your mouth. I skipped over that part by accident. Sorry.
So, Josh, if I go over, I might drop because I'm going to be at my premiere in 4 minutes. I might drop. If I do, I'll just come back up.
Okay.
But just to let the Filipinos know if you're in the chat, that song is very true. A lot of men, when they turn 40, a lot of American women don't want us. But we sure as hell don't want them either.
Yep.
That's so funny.
Oh, man, especially when they get to like their mid-40s, man, there's a lot of cheese on that taco.
Okay. Women present.
Oh, whoops, sorry.
Hey, hello. Hello, everyone. Hey, hello.
Hello.
Is it
Hi,
me?
Doris. Tom, everyone's there. I can see on the chat. Whose channel is this here? Everyone down there. Can you hear me, guys?
Yeah,
Loud and
I
clear.
can hear you.
Oh, okay.
Thank you so much.
Sorry.
Don't mind me. I'm the BGBG.
Yeah, you're a BGBG. Gotcha.
Whose channel is this here?
Sorry?
Whose channel is this?
It's mine.
Oh, John's. Okay. I think I
Who is-
remember you. Do you remember?
Kiss my what?
Oh, wait. You're a Butchie Bonita, right? Oh, my God.
Yeah, I'm the one that gave her the link. I've been waiting for her to come up.
Oh,
She had
my
to clean-
goodness.
She had to clean the
I suppose
house.
before. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm here.
When I see your face, I was like, oh, I know her.
Yeah, I remember John.
I just hope she didn't hear all those jokes I was telling.
There's Giggles.
Yeah, Giggles.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is a good last name, Giggles.
Or Bubbles.
No.
Bubbles.
So what's up, Butchie? How are you?
I'm doing good.
Ah, that's cool.
I think you actually pronounce her name Boot.
Oh, okay. I will call her Bonita.
It sounds like a dish in South America.
Here we have a soda named Bonita. Bonita, Bonita, Bonita.
Don't touch it.
There you go. I do the light there against the light.
Disinfectant.
Don't touch it.
Don't touch it.
Don't touch it.
So let me check.
But my favorite prank was when I was in high school. I messed with the stoner friends of mine. What you do when you were in college and you had some people that wouldn't quit smoking weed, I called them and I said, "Man, I got a girl over here. I can't handle her." And by the time I got hung up the phone, they were coming in the door, And he goes, "Where's she at?" I'm like, "She's in the room there." You buy an inflatable doll and then grease her up, put her under the blankets or whatever. He went in there for about a minute, came back out, and he was like, "Man, where'd you find her? Man, she's a freak." I was like, "What happened?" He goes, "I don't know. I bit her on the neck, she farted and flew out the window."
Oh, Jesus Christ.
So Sean, Binko, Michael Winslow Jones from Police Academy, he was doing like a stand-up routine, right? And he was imitating gangs smoking behind an apartment or an alley or something, and then he made a sound effects of a Rottweiler coming around the corner of 100 miles an hour to teach the gangs not to smoke. And he started doing like choking noises and everything when the Rottweiler came around the corner. He's like, "Man, they tighten their ass fast," and started running away. And it was just funny. Mingo says, "What?"
Oops.
Hey, Darren. Darren, I like it.
Sorry?
He dropped a banner of for his channel now.
Thank you. See, Vinko knows. He's like, "I know everything you're saying."
Kiss my what?
No offense, eh? Thank you. Kiss my what? Who's the stir-fried shrimp from out of town?
You
Tu
must
Wong
be
Fu.
Monopoly
We don't
guy.
have a Tu Wong Fu. Fu Manchu. The stir-fried shrimp from out of town.
Do pass go. Do not collect $200.
Mm.
Hey, Boot, I don't understand that word.
What word?
The two Utes.
Oh, she must be frozen.
Oh yeah, she is. Frozen
Sean
like
said,
a
"I just
popsicle.
farted, everyone. Just be aware."
No, Darren. Well, hell, y'all will see it in Darren's next live stream.
Oh my God.
What word? Did you say Utes?
Damn it. Boot might be having
what's a
single
Ute?
issues.
Oh, sorry, Your Honor. Two youths.
A Ute? That's an Indian tribe out in Utah.
Yeah, but it's my cousin Denny. But Fred Grimm was like trying to find out what Joe Pesci was meaning by. He said, "The two Utes,"
Two Utes.
and then you hear Fred Grimm go, "The two what?"
Do what?
And then Pesci comes up to, "What? Did you? What's a Ute?" "Oh, sorry, Your Honor. The two youths."
I've been everywhere except for a few places where they filmed that. I've been in Jackson, I've been to the courthouse, and I've been to the Sack of Suds. It's 5 miles from the truck stops right off of I-75 there in Georgia, Jackson, Georgia. You go another mile and a half, you're in town of Jackson, and you see the square, and then there's the courthouse.
You should do a little quick shorts video and act like you're taking the can of tuna with you.
Well, they sell them as souvenirs at the Sack of Suds.
Mm-hmm. Can I just do a quick little imitation and just kind of make a video or movie? Yeah. Sometimes I'll tell people, like when I go to film sites, like I went to the Groundhog's Day location in Illinois, which was in Woodstock.
My grandparents were from there. My dad grew up there.
So I went there and I asked all the different places and the sites right there in a little town square, whatever, Gobbler's Knob, if you will. Vinko, calm down. And so I had to ask him, I said, where's the room that he stayed at and all this stuff. I actually went inside the hotel place where he stayed at. Yeah, but I was being nice. I said, where did Bill Murray actually sit in that restaurant when he was eating? And now it's get this, Sean, the restaurant that he was eating, that diner, it's now a Mexican restaurant.
Okay.
But remember here how Bill stepped into that ice puddle on the curb? They have a plaque where he actually stood there, like he when he hopped in that puddle. They have a plaque where they filmed it, that scene, and I stood right there as well. But I always ask people before I just think I'm allowed to go in there and stuff, because it could be blocked off or whatever.
There was an episode of Dexter filmed at this diner in Massachusetts, and it's a truck stop. I've been there many a time, and I actually sat at the same table Robert Downey Jr. sat at in the scene from the movie In Dreams. Okay. And the girl waitress was there that was in the episode. She was telling me about it. She goes, I was in an episode of Dexter. I'm like, really? Dexter's Laboratory? Like, no, that's a cartoon. No, it's a TV show called Dexter.
Dexter, yeah, about serial killer. Yeah, I watched it.
Yeah, I only know about Dexter's Laboratory as a cartoon.
Oh, me
Dexter's Laboratory.
Did I do that?
Did I do that?
For my next impression, Jesse Owens. Where the white woman at?
Where the white woman at?
Let's do this. There's some white chicks. Oh my God.
I think we lost Bruce. No, I'm here.
Oh, he's here. Oh my God.
He's probably back there with the mic off. Oh boy, this crowd here. What are we going to do with them all?
You're going to hell, especially that Sean trucking with BS. He's going to smoke a turd in purgatory.
Oh, Bucci's back. Well, they need to connect.
Yeah, that's Darren's new co-host.
Okay.
The lovely Bootsy Bonita.
Bonita. Ispalayakita.
She's doing the private chat back there, but her camera's not on or something.
That's how I first met both of them. She originally was Darren's co-host and helped Darren out when I first went to Darren's channel 5 years ago.
For almost 4 years. Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
I'm here.
We're back.
You're back.
I'm back. I'm trying to put on my laptop here, so I'm trying to make this put on my channel here.
Yeah, and it was Cher that drugged me into Darren's channel. That's how I met Boot, because she was originally helping Darren when I first started going in there. It lasted for about a couple months, and then Boot started doing her own thing and then disappeared.
Yeah.
Guess real life caught up to her.
Sean, I love it when you told me that first time with Herbert. You were like, "Take your pants down," whatever it was. That's what got me funny.
Oh yeah, that was the second Star Wars movie. I think it was called something Dark Side or something like that. Was the second one. At the beginning of it was Empire Strikes Back, and he the character that played Luke, it was the son. I can't remember the character. Yeah, he went out on the Don. It was actually a Tauntaun. He went out there just like Luke, and he almost froze to death. And he's about ready to pass out, and he's laying on the ground reaching with his hand. He sees a ghost of Obi-Wan. It was Herbert the Pervert. He was like, Luke, Pull your pants down.
Pull your pants down.
Yeah,
Yeah.
in the Empire Strikes Back, there's the legendary Sir Alec Guinness playing as Obi-Wan, saying, "Luke, you will go to the Dagobah system. The Dagobah system. There you will learn from Yoda, the Jedi Master who taught me." And that's not true. It was Qui-Gon Jinn. That was his master.
You must go to the Dagobah system, you will.
Yeah.
Guys,
I
I'm
followed-
putting up down.
The TA in East Columbus, I wish I could have went there for this evening. They have a pinball machine from Star Wars, and some of it on the bottom is, like a TV screen, and it shows you things. And I really got the thing going once, and I was, scoring a lot. I kept the ball up, going around, and then all of a sudden you hear Yoda come across there going, "Extra bowl you have." I lost it after that. I just couldn't stop laughing.
Extra ball you have.
Yeah.
Ball.
Oh, take your pants down.
Bruce is gone.
Oh, damn. No, she's here.
Here.
No,
Froze.
no, Bruce left.
Transfer it to my laptop, but I don't know how to do it. I need to bring back my email
Take
here.
your time. Take your time.
I was about to say, you should have good signal being in Dumageddon.
I'll keep the stream playing. Okay.
Yeah, I do, but right now I'm using my phone right now, and I'm trying to put this on my I'll change it to my laptop.
Yeah,
But
I
don't
didn't know how.
know.
The first time I talked with Sammy, she was there at Ground Zero, and I tried to spell Dumageddon, and I'm like, I don't know how to spell it. So I spelled it DOOMGETTI, like how it's said, DOOMGETTI. But I know it's like DUE or something like that.
Play
Nico, you
on.
like Star Wars?
Yeah, I do. I have like 12 tributes of Star Wars. I do it myself. The edit, everything. Yeah. Yeah, I will send you the link so you can look at it. I'll put some awesome music and yeah. Yeah, because I'm doing edit over 17 years. So yeah, I'm actually pro in that. So
Speaking of Star Wars, Jones does a stand-up routine of Star Wars. He loves that movie franchise. And he makes a quick 30 seconds, 40 seconds, something like that. Nothing but noises when they're in a shooting scene from the what's that thing they fly?
A Millennium Falcon.
Yeah. And he's making like just all the characters, all the noises, everything. And when it comes to Princess Leia, they're running through the Millennium Falcon, and she's like, "I gotta go pee," and she runs up the ladder the other way, like acting like she's gotta go to the bathroom before they start firing at everybody. And I gotta go pee.
Do you realize that Harrison Ford did it on purpose, but he broke the mold in that the first Star Wars movie with I think it was Episode 7. Where they brought in, Han, Luke, Leia, and all that. What was that called? Force Awakens. It was the first movie since Return of the Jedi with them returning. And I don't know if you saw the movie, but Harrison Ford broke the mold because when he played as Han Solo, he never got into a fist fight. Only as Indiana Jones, he'd get into a fist fight. But he broke the mold because he when the Raptors got out and they were killing everybody, him and Chewie were running down the hall, and he looked and he saw one of the guys, and he punched him, and then he grabbed the guy and threw him towards the Raptor to get his attention so they could get further away. But he punched a guy, and I'm like, that was paying homage to Indiana Jones because Han Solo never punched anybody.
Yeah.
Good job, Chewie.
I like that.
I
I
know.
like the X-rated version. They called him Fudge Bacca.
Was there a missile pact? Oh, there was a missile pact.
3CPO.
I like how they did like a Star Wars version of Family Guy, and they had Consuela as the Jabba's security door, something like that.
Yeah. Oh, kitty, 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 kitty,
Oh,
kitty, and runs away.
kitty, kitty, kitty.
You know, and
Jabba,
what'd she say?
Jabba dead? Oh, kitty, kitty, kitty.
Oh my God! It's Alec Baldwin.
Yeah. I like how how they made out like Alec was the titty feeder of the brothers. He's like, "That's right, Stephen. You get the most because you're smaller." You know, and he's got 6 titties on his like a cat or a dog, and they play Alec as the milker. Like, come on, Stephen, gets the milk. You know, and that's right, suck on it. And all the other, like Daniel and William and Billy, and then they leave Steven out because he's trying to find a suckle on the Zipple, and he finally gets one. That's right, Steven. You get that because you're the weakest.
Yeah, I like the in the first one they called it Blue Harvest because for security purposes, he changed the movie name so it would throw people off. It was Star Wars, but he originally called it Blue Harvest, and that's why they chose that name. I like at the beginning, you see the Star Destroyer attacking the Corellian Corvette that Leia's on, right? And you see the back of the Star Destroyer. It has a big bumper sticker. It said Bush Cheney. That was hilarious.
Yeah.
Something dark side. Something complete.
What makes no sense about Family Guy is the brains of the outfit is the dog and the infant baby. That's weird.
I think the best cutaway so far, back in the older ones, is where Stewie's trying to say like something about Helen Keller. He's like, "That's way more important than that time I played Marco Polo with Helen Keller." You know, and she's just standing there in the water, and he's like, "Marco."
Oh, they made so many jokes about her. You know why Helen Keller wore tight pants, right?
No, I'm afraid to ask.
Panties?
Panties?
No, she wore tight pants because some people can read her lips.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Salami.
Tortillas.
Burrito.
Oh no, they're doing gay jokes without me.
Yeah, she burnt her face because when she went to answer the phone, it was the iron.
I played the game Family Guy. My God, it is so funny. Your character is Stewie and a dog, and you have a pistol. Oh my goodness! And you're shooting on those Amish people. Jesus Christ!
Amish people? Oh my God!
Yeah, wait. I will drop a link. Wait. I will show you. I think I have one gameplay on my channel.
Yeah, I played that game too. It was all right.
Josh, can you drop the panel link in the chat for Boot?
Family Guy.
Yeah,
there you
it's true. Nobody watches the Clevelands. I caught maybe a part of an episode, but I didn't watch it.
Oh, the Cleveland Channel.
Yeah.
I didn't like it too much.
go. Do you like it?
I don't even like American Dad. I thought that one sucked too.
Get him.
This beer sucks. Get him.
But anyway, I think the only reason why Michael Judge started making Beavis and Butthead again because he's getting bored with what the hell's that show?
King of the Hill.
King of the Hill, yeah, Henry Hill. I play that every now and then when I'm running to the truck stop. Oh, I'm about to bust. He's trying to get into the restroom. Yeah, there are times I felt like that, man. And when I finally made it to the urinal, I'm leaning up against the wall going, oh, I'm about to bust.
Propane.
You're shooting Amish people.
Hey, Vinko, drop the StreamYard link for Boot.
She's already
Oh.
here.
Oh, she's here. Oh, okay.
She's here. Buchi Guapa is here.
I'm here. There you go. Got it finally.
Yeah, that's cool.
Well, and I'm in Chicago next. I am going to Todd's Karaoke Bar on the north side. That is owned by the actor. I can't remember his name, but he played Ogre in Revenge of the Nerds. He owns it.
Oh yeah, I
And
watched it.
I'm like, I got to party with Ogre there. Even though they're all old now, but
So that guy, if I'm not mistaken, he was in one of Jean-Claude Van Damme's movies. What was it?
yeah, it was Bloodsport. He played
Bloodsport.
his Ray.
That's
Played his character was
brother.
called Ray Jackson.
Yeah, his friend or something.
Yeah, because that's the same name as my brother-in-law.
Hmm.
But he's mostly known as Ogre. I like that in Booger's Wedding. You see John Panette. He's the Scotsman. He's actually Italian in real life. He points with his pinky finger. Brother Lewis, Brother Booger, why is that? Why is that buttocks pressed against the glass like a fresh Devonshire ham? And this woman screams, and they're like, Ogre! They run to the door. He goes, Louis! He goes, did you see it?
Pressed buttocks.
And then there's this, couple coming in, and Ogre looks right at the woman. He goes, did you see my buns?
My buns? Minko says, I must make pee-pee.
It was made years later, but Booger's Wedding Part 4 was hilarious. And they brought a lot of the originals back. I think the only one that they couldn't get for the other sequels was the one that played Wormser. The young kid he was like 13 years old, and he's so smart they were sending him to college anyway.
What was the black guy's gay character name?
Oh, I can't remember, but he was in it, and he doesn't look any different. It's like he hadn't aged a bit.
I usually call him Sugar Britches when I watch it.
Yeah, and they brought back the Japanese guy. He was totally hilarious.
Brian Touchy.
When they were pouring that Ben Gay on their jock and cups there, they were moving it around, and he's like, ooh, it's like a salad.
Mhm.
But that's no fun, and I'm glad that never happened to me. You put Ben Gay on your skin and add water, it burns like it's on fire. And yet they were doing it to their jock straps, and that goes on your nuts and your junk. Oh man, I could just imagine it freaking knocked the wind out of you. It burned so much.
Junk in the trunk.
Man, there'd be nothing left of your balls. They would have burnt off. Yeah, that Ben Gay is no joke.
I was like, I've tried it.
Painful.
Bingo, you back?
Yeah, I'm always here.
Yeah,
Well, you got quiet.
well,
He
they
ain't
wanted
going
to
anywhere.
use. They wanted to use that on some of the boys on the football team, and my son included. And I'm like, no, he doesn't need that. My dad, like, why not, Dad? I said because it burns and it smells like jock itch.
Thank you, Brett. Take care. Darren says, I'm back. Sorry. No, every time Darren said something Canadian, like, sorry? It just kills me when he's at Surrey.
Yeah, Darren is my dear brother.
He's talking to Siri on his phone.
Siri?
Panty?
Siri, tell me about panty. All right, Darren, we'll tell you about panties.
Where's my panties?
What color? What flavor? What size?
I like it blue. So it is true.
Turn left and you'll find panties.
This is not my office.
This is not my office. Jeffrey, I told you to stay out of this.
Oh my god.
Is that fucking Foley in there?
Sana all.
Do you realize Inspector Todd was a real detective in Detroit?
Cool.
I think I read something about that.
Yeah, they gave him that honor. He was also an actor. They gave him that honorary position. He said, "Just play yourself."
I love it when Eddie comes into his office in part 2. He's like, "Look, boss, I was just thinking. I just thought, you know." And he's like, "Don't think, Axel. Makes my dick itch."
Oh yeah.
You're like, I wouldn't raid a church bingo game without SWAT. In Detroit, that's believable at that time.
And then Eddie says, "Don't worry, boss. I'll take good care of that car. I'll eat, sleep, shit. No, not shit. But, you know, just take care of that fucking Ferrari."
Yeah, I like at the end of the movie, he goes, "Your undercover partner, Mario Andretti Friedman, wrecked the goddamn Ferrari." He goes, "Here, you talk to Jeffrey." Mario Andretti Freeman, because that's who his partner's name was Freeman.
I like how in part 2 where the LA boss guy was such a dick to everybody that he had to check and make sure there was a Johnny Wishbone. He was checking. He's like, "My name is Johnny Wishbone. Look.
Wishbone.
Yeah, that was that part 2 or yeah, that was part 2.
Part two, yeah. Johnny Wishbone.
My name's Johnny Wishbone. I'm an psychic extraordinaire
From the Isle of St. Croix.
St. Croix.
St. Croix. And then the boss dick guy comes in there and says, "Nobody's ever heard no Johnny fucking Wishbone. Who the hell are you? Get out of my office."
My code name is Wishbone.
As quiet as it kept, that's my code name. My name is Sidney Bernstein, and here's $200 to put towards the charity.
That's my wife car, bitch.
Yeah, that was a comedian. I forgot his name.
Gilbert Godfrey.
Yeah, he's awesome. He's awesome. My God.
What was that name again?
Gilbert Godfrey.
Yep, Gilbert Godfrey. That's it. He was also in Ford Fairlane.
Yeah.
He also played Iago on Aladdin. He was the bird, the parrot. Sean says, I don't remember.
Yeah, Andrew Dice Clay was a legend when it came to nursery rhymes, man. I really like those. 3 blind mice, see how they run. Where the fuck are they going? That was hilarious.
You know, nowadays he wanders around the New York City streets just filming himself on Instagram or something.
Oh, really?
And smoking and just, he doesn't make any sense now. He's retarded.
His wife is the woman that played Pixie in Ford Fairlane.
Okay. I'm not a huge fan of him, though.
Oh, I liked him. He was great.
I think it's funny that Mike Tyson swore at this guy in an interview and said the F word live on TV. This guy was like, so, what's the deal with you and Robin Givens? You know, he's like, you're a piece of shit. You know, you're a piece of shit.
Yeah, I like the other nursery rhyme. He's like, hey, diddle, diddle, the cat and the fiddle, the cow jumped over the moon. That's more than what my lazy wife does, that big, fat, smelly baboon. I have Jack be nimble and Jack be quick. Jack burnt off his little dick.
Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah. Andrew Dice Clay does not like being interviewed on live TV and stuff. He hates that shit.
No, he don't. Jack and Jill both went up the hill with $1.25. Jill came down with $2.50. They didn't go for no water.
So, Binko, have you ever seen Puss in Boots?
Yeah.
You did?
That's a spinoff from Shrek, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
Yeah, Antonio Banderas played the Puss in Boots.
Yeah,
he's awesome.
They're doing another Zorro movie, believe it or not, The Mask of Zorro.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, so there's a cat in Puss in Boots, not just Puss and his girlfriend, Selma Hayek. It's another cat that thinks everything's just interesting. He's like, stands up behind him every time they say something that's cute.
Oh, Antonio Banderas and Selma Hayek, they have a house here in Croatia. Yeah.
Oh, they do?
Yeah. I mean, 87% of the American actors have houses in Croatia, in those islands. Yeah, but
it's because it's beautiful there.
Yeah, but they pay a lot of money for that one. Shitload. But yeah, it is awesome. The last year I saw a couple of them. I saw Jason Statham, Van Damme, but I can't get near them because they have bodyguards. They don't let anybody. So, yeah. Bummer.
I'd rather visit celebrities in Los Angeles or somewhere else. I don't go out of the country.
Yeah, I mean, shit. They think we have scandals over here in the States. Look at the French. What was his name? Macron. I remember he'd be like, he goes, "Hey, my wife screwed Mick Jagger. Top that one, eh?"
Well, the French are our allies here and our brothers. So yeah, they're here all the time, actually.
Where about?
Yeah, because most of their army is here in my city. Yeah.
When does Jean-Luc Mélenchon take over the prime minister spot? Because he was elected overwhelmingly in a three-way race.
Yeah.
It was Unos Mares Mies, means France unbowed.
Yeah.
Jean-Luc Mélenchon. When I said that to people, you're talking about Jean-Luc Picard? I'm like, that's Star Trek, you dipshit.
Yeah. Magnifique. Je t'aime. Yeah, I know plenty of French. actually.
I know very little.
I know Spanish, a couple of Chinese, couple of Japanese. I know Portuguese, Yugoslavian, all their languages, American, English. What else? Jesus Christ! I know a couple words from Brazilian. Yeah.
I know more German than I know French. That's because my grandfather.
Yeah, a lot of my my ancestors are from German also. So yeah, I got you there. Yeah.
The Volksgemeinschaft, the Deutsche Reich. There we go. The Deutsche Reich was before Hitler.
Yeah.
But Hitler came around, he was talking about Lebensraum, which literally means room to live. I mean, how much more room do you need?
Yeah, I think the only guy who calls his country fatherland. Everyone else from their countries is motherland. His fatherland.
Well, the motherland, that was mostly what they called Mother Russia, the motherland.
Yeah, but you know,
The
you can
Germans
say
called it
America
fatherland.
also, because Mother America.
Yeah, just like, during 9/11, they coming up with names and they called it Homeland Security.
Yeah.
We couldn't call it fatherland because a lot of old Germans would say that's a good one.
I like that. Natürlich.
Okay, I'm back.
Sieg Heil.
Kyle. See, Kyle. A friend of mine has a cat that he named Hitler. I think it's hilarious. No, not even kidding. It's got a black mustache right there, and it's white.
Well,
I have a cat. My cat name is Bandit.
if Adolf's father didn't change the family name, we would have called him Schicklgruber. Because that's the original name.
Yep.
You hear it one time in Hollywood. Mo Howard in one of the shorts from the Stooges, they bump into a picture of Hitler hanging on the wall. He punches it and goes, "Yeah." He goes, "It's Schicklgruber." It was totally hilarious.
Gesundheit.
I like how Mort in Family Guy, he was always scared because Peter would put a scarecrow of Hitler in their yard, and Mort would be like, "Hey, family," and like, and then he sees Hitler's scarecrow in the yard, and he's like, "Oh, Hitler! Everybody run! Save John Stewart! He's our only Jew."
John Stewart. Puzzle me. Okay.
Rinko.
But the one that had the best argument about why Germany was the way it was, when he was being interviewed by the psychiatrist in the Nuremberg trials, was Reichsmarshal Göring. He had the best argument about defending Germany, about what they were doing. And he attacked the United States. He was like, "Are the blacks allowed to sit in the same buses as the whites?" And the Germans and the Japanese that you threw in internment camps during the war. I mean, we're guilty of a lot of shit. But I'll tell you this: America is the number one when it comes to genocide. No, hands down, nobody can come close of the genocide that we caused here by eliminating literally hundreds of native tribes and people.
Yep.
but no one ever was tried for that one.
True that.
That's why when you run into a lot of natives, they have the last name Savage because that's what they were called. It was the Savages.
The savages.
Behemoth?
Part of my ancestors, you know.
Yeah.
Deuce and I could never have sex. It was morally irresponsible. Freak! Vinko, it's just funny you laugh at everything I do.
Yeah, of course. I understand your humor. Why not?
It's hilarious. I appreciate it. At least somebody gets it.
Yeah.
Anyway, I gotta go, guys. I'm passing out. I gotta wake up
Okay.
at 5 in the morning to go get
buddy
this empty.
Sean, take care.
But I'm getting a load of lingerie in the morning. That's kind of cool.
I think I will go also because of my mom. She's complaining, so I need to,
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
bye,
Victoria.
Also, I'm going to, guys, because I'm going to.
Bye, Bucci.
I'm going to buy for lunch. It's lunchtime here.
Bye.
Well, Victoria doesn't have much of a secret if I'm hauling it.
Okay.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
All right, see you guys.
Because I need to eat.
Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
Darren. All right, everybody, take care. See ya.